Under this topic, I will cover classification of natural disaster. Natural disasters such as earthquake, tsunami, tropical cyclone, floods, and droughts. If we talk about disaster, disaster is an undesirable occurrence, result of forces that are largely outside from the human control. Okay, we can classify it into two categories. Number one, natural disaster. Number two is man-made disaster. Natural disaster is because of natural process of the earth, such as floods, cyclone, droughts, tsunami, earthquake, etc. And man-made disaster because of human being activities, fire, industrial accident, war, riots, bomb blast, terrorist attack, etc. If we talk about earthquake that are tectonic origin and have a devastating impact, and the area of influence is also quite large. Okay, basically earthquake is a result of the movement of the plate under the surface of earth, and we call it tectonic activities also, and it is associated with volcanic eruption, rock fall, landslide, and subsidence, etc. We also know that Indian plate is moving toward north and northeast direction 1 centimeter per year, and this movement is obstructed by Eurasian plate, and the result is earthquake. If we talk about tsunami, earthquake and volcanic eruption that causes the sea floor to move abruptly, resulting in a sudden displacement of ocean water in the form of high vertical wave are called tsunami. And we see there the high crest and low trough in order to restore the water level. Okay, here you can see the image of the earthquake havoc, and this is the image of tsunami. If we talk about tsunami, we see generally in a Pacific ring of fire and coast of the Alaska, Japan, Philippines, and other islands of the Southeast Asia, Indonesia, Malaysia, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, and India. Here you can see the Pacific ring of fire. Okay, this is South America, North America, Eurasian plate, and here is Australia, and these are South Asian countries. Here you can see that Myanmar, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines, these are. Okay, if we talk about tropical cyclone are intense low pressure areas and confined to the area lying between 30° north and 30° south latitude. Okay, in the atmosphere around which high velocity winds blow. And if we talk about horizontally, it extends up to the 500 to 1000 kilometer, and vertically from surface to 12 to 14 kilometer. Tropical cyclone, or you can say that a hurricane, is like a heat engine that is energized by the release of the latent heat on the account of condensation of the moisture that wind gather after moving over the ocean and sea. We know that India have a peninsular shape. In the east direction, Bay of Bengal; on the west, there is Arabian Sea. Tropical cyclone in India also originate in these two important locations, and the most of the cyclone originate between 10° north to 15° north latitude and during the monsoon season. Yet in a case of Bay of Bengal, we can say that cyclone mostly develop during the month of October and November, and the latitude will be 16° to 2° north and to the west of 92° east. Okay, but by July, the place of origin of the tropical cyclone is shifted toward 18° north latitude and west of 19° east near the Sundarban Delta. Here you can see the tropical cyclone hazard zone. This is a very high damage risk zone, and these are very high damage risk zone but type B. Okay, here I will write 2, and this is a high damage risk zone, This one is a moderate. Okay, this one is a moderate damage risk zone, and this one is moderate damage risk zone but type B. Okay, this one is type A, this one is type B, and this one is a low damage risk zone. Okay, 6 number. If we talk about floods, floods occur commonly when water in the form of surface runoff exceed the carrying capacity of river stream and start flowing in a low lying area of floodplains. Okay, flood is a cause of storm surge, high intensity rainfall for a long period of time, melting of ice or snow, and reduction in infiltration of the rate and presence of eroded material. These are can be causes. But most of the time now, human beings also play an important role as indiscriminate deforestation, unscientific agriculture practices, disturbance along the natural drainage channel, and colonization. These are also cause of floods. Here you can see the image of flood, and these are flood zone map. Okay, these are the areas: Ganga, Yamuna, Brahmaputra. Here Sundarban Delta, Narmada, Tapti, Mahanadi, Godavari. Okay, these are the area of flood zone. If we talk about consequences of the flood, it spread the disease like cholera, gastroenteritis, hepatitis, and other waterborne diseases. Okay, and with this, flood also have some positive contribution like flood deposit fertile silt over the agricultural land, and we can take the example of Majulia Island where the annual floods occur in a Brahmaputra. Okay, but these good paddy crops we grow there. Okay, if we talk about droughts, drought is a shortage of water for a longer period of time. Okay, and it can be because of inadequate precipitation, excessive rate of evaporation, and overutilization of water. Okay, consequences what will be crop failure, large scale death of cattle, and migration of human. And we can also mitigate it by identification of the groundwater potential in a form of aquifer and transfer of the river water from the surplus area to the deficit area. This can be the measure we can take. Okay, here you can see some drought prone area. This is Jammu, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. This is Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, these are the drought prone area. So I would like to finish this topic here.